Good morning everyone, this is Upasana Shetri.
And this is Janvi Shetri.
Today we have with us a wonderful speaker and a very successful entrepreneur, Dr. Singh. First of all, welcome ma'am.
Thank you so much Upasana and Janvi for having me here today.
It's our pleasure ma'am.
Dr. Som, being the founder and head of Unspun, what inspired you to start this venture?
I think the biggest inspiration for me were people like you guys. I wanted to provide employment, not just become an employee in organization. I didn't want to be just an ordinary person leading an ordinary life, working for someone and die one day thinking I did nothing for this country. So I said, I'm going to start up a venture which will change the way people see marketing. Marketing today is mostly seen just as a function of sales, which is not the truth. In books we study that sales is a function of marketing, but the world today sees it very differently because it's all about numbers. But how do you derive numbers? You derive numbers when you have technology at the back end. So Unspun became the only company in India to have technology-led marketing. So we have patented platforms that allow our customers to know exactly where they should spend their money, how they should target their audience and get direct ROI for every rupee they spend. Today it provides employment to over 40 plus people, very young people like you guys, which brings in a lot of intelligence to the company. So to add value to the country was the only vision I had, because of which I wanted to start Unspun.
That's great.
That is very interesting ma'am. So how did you come up with this idea? This is out of the box.
Well, it's true. I feel like I was sharing with you guys earlier today that it's very important to learn from others' experiences. But I was fortunate enough to work with really large organizations where I headed marketing for them. So I was working with Verizon, if you would have heard, Verizon Wireless. I was working with companies like Red Hat. So they are the world's biggest open source platform as their vice president of marketing. And the typical challenge that I would have on a day-to-day basis is that sales heads would walk up to me and say, Shom, how are we going to get more business this quarter? And we never knew that the decision makers who would sign the checks, where do they go and make their decision? So when somebody goes and reads about you, comes to an event and watches you, or hears about you, it has to be through some channel. How do you track them? Now, just manually doing research is not sufficient, because how will you know what they do in their day-to-day life? So let me give you an example. Let's say Janvi is sitting in front of me here today as a student of media science. But Janvi, when goes online, likes to read maybe stories, likes to Google on different products, clothes she wants to buy, places she wants to visit. Maybe she's an adventure enthusiast. Even though she's studying media science, maybe she takes a lot of interest in adventure. So I, as a company, should try to target a Janvi using her interests and not by just what I see in front of me. And how do you do that? You need technology to do that. So we said that instead of every day answering that question of how to get more business, let us find out where do these business decision makers make their decisions. We will tap them there. We will catch hold of them there. We will show ads there. We will try to do targeting there, so that when you're in front of their face all the time, they automatically remember you. So once you do that, for every rupee that you spend on marketing, you get a direct return on investment. So it changed the game for a lot of people who every day asked questions, where do I make my business from? So that's what inspired me to start Unspun. So the word Unspun means to uncomplicate. Marketing is derived as a very complicated function. To uncomplicate is to Unspun.
That sounds great ma'am. Seems you've worked really hard since the time you started.
Well, you have to work hard every day. See, I worked hard even when I was studying. I worked hard when I was working for other companies, and I have to work hard obviously when you have a company of your own. Mostly because there are people who are dependent on you. It's like your family, right? The people who work for you, their livelihood is dependent on you. So if you don't work hard, they will not work hard. You have to lead by example. So that's why I work hard, but I also work smart. I know how to prioritize my day. I don't waste my time on unnecessary things. I do every day what is necessary to make that day successful, so that my tomorrow is a little more easier. So that's how my team also functions.
What is your view to a younger entrepreneurship?
I say, you know, when you look at entrepreneurship as such, right? So entrepreneurship, if you ask me, is a subject today that is being studied, right? Like management. In 1920s, MBA was not a study subject. MBA was not a curriculum. Management was a practice in different companies. Now people knew that to practice that, they needed to follow a process. So they put that process as a part of a curriculum. So what you study today is because somebody has experienced it and have put together their books, and you're studying today so that you can master it. So entrepreneurship is a subject. Now the word entrepreneurship is very new, but it's like doing a business. All these businesses that you see outside today, whether it's a hotel, whether it's a hospital, whether it's a parlor, a salon, they're all entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship comes from the word enterprise. To build an enterprise, you need to be an entrepreneur. So enterprise is also a business. The business, when it grows, becomes an enterprise, right? So you had Ambuja Cement, today they got into real estate, now they do housing, there's so many different things. So they became an enterprise. So for a young entrepreneur, anybody who wants to start a business, let's make it simple. If you want to start your business, the most important thing for you to know is that what is that passion you have which you can translate into business. So let's say you guys are students of media science. You guys are doing this interview with me today. What you can do is take these videos tomorrow and start putting up on your own YouTube channel. People will start knowing a Janvi or an Upasana. That you're becoming an entrepreneurship there. So you're starting an entrepreneurship there. So at the end of the day, a young person has the advantage of age. So you have chances to fail and learn from it. So if you want to start experimenting, start today. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, start a business that you believe in, and a business that you feel is going to add value to others' life. That's all I'm going to tell to anybody who wants to start something of their own. Just start, then everything will follow.
Like, ma'am, we've seen your site and you've done a brilliant job. So what is your experience to Indian investment as far as startup is concerned?
Investors are like bee and the startups are like honey. The honey always attracts the bee. It's not the other way around. You are the honey, and remember something. Why would someone invest in you is because they will get profit from you. So you are the honey. So the bee will automatically come to you. The question is, who do you want to give your honey to? So an investor is not just someone who comes and puts in money, but also someone who's going to help you scale, help you grow, help you build your connection. He should be a value addition, he or she, whoever that is. Now, how do you seek investments? Investments comes from three areas. First, someone who understands your subject, who comes from the same vertical, who has the money to be able to guide you and provide you support. Second is from VCs, they're venture capitalists. So they're a couple of people coming together and deciding to invest in different people. The third is the banks that are providing loans to smart people who have a good business plan, who has a great idea, and funding that. So money can come from everywhere. And the fourth and the most important thing, don't forget your family, your friends. They are the people who have the most amount of faith in you. So if you are starting something, money will come in. Today colleges are supporting, people like us who have trusts are supporting, VCs are supporting, there is angel investors. If you ask me, the money is everywhere. The question is, do you have an idea that can make money? The moment people see that your honey has a potential to make money, then honey, you have a lot of money. So that's not a problem at all.
So do you think that academic institutions should inculcate entrepreneurship culture?
Absolutely. It should start from academic institution. If they do not teach you how to walk, then how are you going to walk the talk? Right? So your parents held your finger is why you learned how to walk. So academic institutions play the role of a parent when it comes to honing talent, skill and entrepreneurship. They lay the seed of the foundation. They teach you how to walk. That's when you will know how to run. Right? It starts from there. Also, this is the only time you have that you can experiment. See, now you don't have any liabilities. You don't have a family to run. You don't have people who are dependent on you.
You have nothing to lose.
Exactly. So when you have nothing to lose, you only gain. And your academic institution should support you in these endeavors. Also, when it comes from an academic institution, also the people who want to fund get more excited about it. They know that there are somebody who's taken the responsibility. So they become your parents and your guardians. The moment you have a guardian, people would come and invest in you. So yes, the role of an academic institution is imperative to hone great ideas and ensure that they see the light of the day, and also ensure that they get connected to the ecosystem, the mentors, the advisors, the funders, to see that idea scale. So the role is imperative, yes.
So, Dr. Som, how tough was it to make your dream turn into a reality?
It's tough even now. You know, I never stop dreaming. I think people lie when they say they have only one dream. It's impossible. You dream every day. You dream different things every day. My dream first was to do something of my own, to provide employment to young people, to build a company that will go beyond India. And just to share with you, we just opened an office in New York. But we are ensuring that people from India get employment there, so that they have better lives. Once I built Unspun and it started doing well on its own, it has its own ecosystem and everything, my next step was to start something to help entrepreneurs. So I started a trust called CEE, Center for Entrepreneurial Excellence, through which we fund startups. We help them get funding, not just through VCs, angel investors, but also through banks. We guide them, we help them build business plan. Once that started doing well, I started working on my next venture, which is called as Digital Leadership Institute. It's called DLI. And I'm going to talk about it today as well in my sessions. Please understand that the subjects that you learn and the work that you end up doing is very different. It's completely different. Imagine, Janvi Upasana, if you had a chance, wouldn't you just be at home earning money if that was a possibility? We do that through DLI. So we say today, when everybody is moving the digital way, when everybody is talking about digital, how many people are Google certified? How many people are Facebook certified? There is a lack of certified professionals who know how to use digital. Digital is not Google only. Digital is web, social, mobile. And today, in association with Google and Facebook, we certify young people like you, train you guys how to use this so that you can sit at home and earn money. You can become trainers, earn up to 1,000 rupees per hour by training people online. We help you guys tie up with places like Coursera, Simply Learn, Cloud Platform, Manipal, all of these who have online digital certification program, who are looking for trainers. So imagine, while you're still studying, you can become a part-time trainer earning money. 1,000 rupees an hour, each course, each day the course lasts for about 4 hours. Imagine you make 4,000 rupees per day just sitting at home. So you don't have to go look out for a job. And even if you get a job, your job pays you 20,000, here you can earn up to 60,000 a month. Plus, we have trained close to 350 students so far in Bangalore alone, and 325 of them have been placed. They're working. Because companies are looking for certified people. They're not looking for just MBAs. They're not just looking for graduates. They're looking for experts, and we bring that expertise. So I do all of these things, so which means I dream every day something new. And my goal is, my next venture would be about going from small city to city, all the shops that you see, how to get them online. So that people don't just get business from the city, they can get business from everywhere else. They don't have to be an e-commerce platform. They just have to have a small site of theirs so that they can create awareness. So my next project that I'm going to work on is called as Digital Desh. So we will go across India, help people who don't know anything about internet, get them online so that they can get business from everywhere. So I dream every day. My dreams keep changing. So
that's nice and seems interesting. So how does your company Unspun advertise?
We have grown so far through word of mouth. A lot of people who worked with us, our clients, go and refer us. But yes, we also use Google Ads. We use Google Ads because people come and subscribe online, so we use Google Ads. We go to a lot of events and we talk about Unspun. But most importantly, if you do good work, your clients refer you. That's the biggest way of growing. That's the biggest marketing you can do. If clients can tell another person that please work with them, there is no other bigger advertising than that. So yeah, it's been working that way so far.
So do you think formal education has direct relationship with business?
I think education has, literacy doesn't. Formal literates don't have relationship with business, but education has. And what I mean by education is you don't have to go to a school to get educated. Rabindranath Tagore, just I was telling you, got educated at home. Kailash Kalra, got educated while he was working. The most important thing that you need to have is sincerity. Very important. But if you ask me, education is very important. Formal or informal does not matter. It does not have to be at a college. It can be from your friends, it can be from your family, it can be from anywhere. Important thing is, what have you learned? Has that learning helped you become a better person? Can Janvi or Upasana today add value to somebody else's life? Not just as a wife, as a daughter, as a mother, but as an entrepreneur.
And do you think this formal education has something to do with digital age?
With digital age? See, it's like this. It's very important for you to know the subject thoroughly, whatever subject that may be. That's why people say the need of formal education. See, when you're doing hotel management, media, somebody has to train you how to do it. Because somebody has to train you how to do it, you have to go to a school to study. What is a school, if you really ask me? A school is nothing but a collaboration of knowledge through different people and using that as a platform to impart it in the next generation. It can be in a building, it can be in an open field, does not matter. It can be in the rooftop of a house. That's a school too. Schooling means to impart knowledge. That's very important. So yes, you need to know things thoroughly. Therefore, how you know it is up to you. You can know it online also, or you can come to an institution, but you have to know it well. So digital education needs the right people to train you. The training can be in an institution, a physical building, or it can be online, or it can be anywhere, but you need that education. And you need a certificate to say that you understand it through the thoroughest. That's very important, yeah. Because the world has changed today, nobody cares if there's a Rabindranath Tagore. They want to know, did you get a certificate in poetry? So yeah, so that's the important part.
I would like to ask you, what is the unique selling proposition of Unspun?
Firstly, we are the only company in India that is led by research, and it has a platform that has a patent. So that's the biggest strength we have. So we have a patent, international patent for the platform that we have. Secondly, the most important thing that Unspun has is people who come from diverse field, who are better than me, constantly working with the customers to add value. A true leader always knows what she does not have. So she hires people who are better than her. So Unspun does not have a team of mediocre. It has a team of exceptionals who are working with the client. So that's what makes us different.
Okay, that's really good. And our youth who has an aspiration to start up would like to know, how did you manage resources for starting up your business plan?
First thing is, I was always good with savings. Because at a very young age I started earning, I used to save a lot of money. And when I left my job to start up, I did not take any money from anybody. The funding came a lot later. When people came and said, please take money, I did not go and ask for it. So I took my savings, I planned it in a way that till I start generating revenue, how much money do I need to pay people, to have an office, to manage my daily expenses, till the time I started making money. So we kept a plan for 6 months. That 6 months we will break even. After that we will start becoming profitable, and then the company will get funded on its own. So saving is very important. Being judicious with your money is very important. Because they say Lakshmi is chanchala. She quickly moves around. So you need to know how to hold on to her. Just like you hold on to your family, you need to hold on to your money as well. So yeah, I saved. That's how I funded. And then I had a lot of people. I was lucky that the people who were working with me in my previous organization actually left their jobs to come and work with me when they got to know I'm starting a company. So when you have a good relationship with people, people will always follow you. That's very important. So true leaders always have good followers. So to kinds of resources. The first resource was money, the second resource was people. The moment I had both, we built the technology. The moment we had technology, we had clients. So everything is a ripple effect. It started following one after the other. Yep, that's how we built Unspun.
So we'll now move on to the rapid fire round with Dr. Singh. So are you ready?
Absolutely.
So what does success mean to you in one sentence?
Happiness.
Life is a rat race. Do you agree or disagree?
Nope. I think it's not a race at all. The only race you have is against yourself. It's a race against time. Nothing else.
How do you evaluate a tough situation in one word?
I see it as an opportunity.
What do you consider startup as? A challenge, an opportunity, or both?
Both. Without a challenge, there is no opportunity, and without opportunity, there is no success, and without success, there is no happiness. So yeah.
What does achievement mean to you in one line?
Peace. Learning. That's all it means to me.
One advice for the dying to do youth aspirants who want to start up.
Go, make it big, and once you make it big, share it with others so that they can learn from you.
So finally, we are coming to the end of the interview. Well, we really appreciate your time, for sparing your precious time with us, ma'am.
It's an absolute honor. Thank you so much. I think you guys are absolutely brilliant, gorgeous people. Stay like this. And I always say, everything that comes to you is because you deserve it. It depends on you if you have a capacity to receive it. Never question yourself, never question people around you. Only question the beliefs that you stand for. Rest, everything else will follow.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me here. It's a pleasure.